In this video, you are going to learn a technique to keep in mind for the next time you go out in order to cold approach women. First, you must understand that your world only changes when you change the concept that you have about your own world. So, right now, if you genuinely and honestly ask yourself, what is my world like? How are girls behaving with me? If I cold approach a woman, what is the most likely scenario that is going to happen? And pick the most honest answer. The most honest answer is the image that pops up in your mind first. If that image is of a rejection, the girl rejecting you, the girl saying, oh, no, no thanks, the girl saying some insult back to you, then that is the concept of your world. If you have the concept of your world where you go out to approach women and girls are just approaching, are just rejecting you left and right, then that is what is going to happen in your visible world. Because your concept in your mind actually extends as your visible reality. Even though you think your visible world, visible reality, physical reality is so solid, so real, it is not. This is the reason why yogis call our physical reality as Maya. Maya means illusion or a magical lie. And I understood this during COVID lockdown. When I was 19, I was into game, I was into pickup. And I thought all these outer game techniques, these pickup tricks, dating tricks, psychology tricks, helped me to get my first intimate relationship with a girl. But during COVID lockdown, as I started to suffer from anxiety and panic attacks, I started to meditate because I wanted to heal these annoying mental health issues. And that's when I found out that outer game, dating tricks, psychology tricks never really worked. It was all my vivid imagination and feelings that I had in my body while reading a book called Sex God Method that actually created this intimate relationship in my visible world. So your only real power is your own imagination and your own feelings. This is what I mean by concept. If you can vividly imagine that when you're approaching girls on the street or on the club or at the gym or wherever you want, and you can imagine that the girls are absolutely receptive towards your approach, you can say that their pupils are dilated in your imagination because they are so attracted to you. You can say that they are biting their lips, they are touching their hair. You can even visualize that you are taking them in your arms and they are complimenting you, saying things like, wow, I'm so lucky that I met a guy like you. And if you can feel the feelings of joy or accomplishment or success or victory out of this imaginal act, then you have just changed the concept of your own personal world. When you have changed the concept of your own personal world, then your visible world actually changes. Change the world in your mind first, and the change in your visible reality will happen effortlessly. This is the reason why Neville Goddard said, your imagination is always creating your reality. So, night after night, before falling asleep, just imagine that you are successful with women. Just imagine that whenever you approach women, they are absolutely receptive, they are absolutely happy. Imagine that you do not even need to approach because girls are approaching you left and right, and sit in the feeling of this imagination. Mentally rehearse this imaginal act over and over again until you start to feel elevated emotions of joy or gratitude or satisfaction. And after feeling these elevated emotions for a extended period of time, quietly relax into unconsciousness. Just drop off to sleep after feeling all of these amazing feelings. Because feeling is the secret. Feeling is what gives life to your imagination. Only after you have felt the reality of your imagination, the elevated emotions of joy, gratitude out of your imaginal act. The imagination actually gets outpictured into your reality. However, a normal human being cannot even visualize strongly. He cannot put the sensory vividness in his imaginal act. His attention span is so bad that he cannot hold his attention on the desired imaginal act. His attention will go to one past traumatic event or some other future worst case scenario where the girl is rejecting you or slapping you in the face. A normal human being cannot hold elevated emotions for a long period of time because all he has done for the majority portion of his life is practiced feeling terrible negative emotions of jealousy, of anger, of resentment, of boredom, of unworthiness. So invest in yourself for at least 1 month, night after night for at least 30 days. Do this practice, and you'll soon achieve a superior quality of your imagination, your attention, and the capacity to hold elevated feelings. Now, you do not even need to sleep. You do not even need to wait for sleep time in order to do this meditation because Yoga Nidra or non sleep deep rest protocol achieves the similar kind of receptive attitude of mind. When you do Yoga Nidra, you're just guiding your attention through your body parts one by one until you achieve a state of relaxation. Your breathing rate slows down. Your breathing rate slowing down means your brain waves slowing down. Your brain waves slowing down means you'll be able to think in pictures, you'll be able to vividly imagine things. And also, when your brain waves slow down, your subconscious mind is absolutely receptive to your imaginal act, to your feelings. So this is when you impress wonderful things happening to you in your imaginal act. This is when you impress your subconscious mind with emotions of satisfaction, of joy, and then leave everything to your subconscious mind. You will be compelled to just take the right action, to just utter the right kinds of words, to just approach women because your subconscious mind has been impressed properly and the approach will go 100% effectively. Girls in your visible world will be compelled to come towards you, to notice you, to compliment you, to fall in love with you because your subconscious mind messes with people's free will in your visible reality. So leave everything to your subconscious mind. All you have to do is night after night persistently imagine wonderful things happening to you and sustain the elevated emotions of joy, gratitude. That's it. Now, if you want one on one personalized coaching from me, where I will help you develop a solid imagination, a very strong attention, and capacity to hold positive feelings, so that whatever you have imagined gets actually outpictured into your physical reality, then message me in my Gmail or my WhatsApp, which are linked in the description box and the pinned comment section down below as well.